Hey everyone, Trail Ducker here, doing another Design League 4.2 playthrough. This time we are doing the name you see on the screen that I don't know if I want to try to pronounce. So, there's a lot of consonants in there that I'm not entirely sure how it goes together. But, yeah, this is the fair play competition where people weren't allowed to have hazards and just use fairway and green sculpting to create the whole design and strategy. So let me make sure I'm on the furthest tee. If there's more than one, just one, pin 3, and set the wind speed to low to not affect my judging. And then let me turn on a playlist. All right. So first thing, I'm not entirely sure why you planted this area and then stopped, because this looks good. You know, there's good start here, and then you kind of planted those random 3 trees and then didn't plant the rest. So I would have liked this kept up around the perimeter. There is a little bit of some routing here. The way this hole is pretty close to your landing zone. I wish that was stretched out a little more. You could have used all the space you needed. There's another green right there, so these greens are really packed in. And even though, yeah, this is a kind of make-believe course, only fairway, you know, we would like a little more realism in that. So it's kind of like a flatter plateau here. Almost where the tee is like the best approach angle. So generally what, you know, and I've mentioned this on all of the playthroughs, across the board, there was a lot of bumps and fairway sculpting just for the sake of making it bumpy and creating weird lies, but the strategy from the fairway to the green contours and around the green, how it sits, weren't as coordinated as we would have liked, kind of across the board. And here's kind of one of them where it's yeah, you don't necessarily for this pin want to be over here, but you know, for some of these other pins, it's kind of arbitrary of where exactly you drive to. There was just a lot of see how far you go, see where you go, and then go from there. So there could have been more coordination, more strategy enacted that by coordinating those better. Casual chip in. Yes, I got the ball. All right. So that green, granted, was a double green, was really big, and then you go to this really tiny green, and I know that there's another really tiny green elsewhere on this, and those differences are a bit jarring. I know this is a short hole, but this green could be 50% bigger. Frankly, it should be. and then I barely get on the tiny green. But it was kind of in between my clubs anyway. So here there is a bit of hug the perimeter, but again, more could have been done. That waste bunkery planting would have been done here, would have been good. I do think a lot of the kind of, I think, flat zones that you are wanting us to hit to, I can't quite reach. It does seem like maybe you play with one of the top distance drivers. And you kind of have to consider 260 to like 320 because of the drastic differences. Because I started out as rhythm, so I didn't have as much distance. And then there's people that even have less distance than I do. So here's where this green is absolutely humongous, and it's not a double green, it's a single green. So this green could be half the size at least, if not even more than that. Part of it too is if like somebody just gets on here and they're going for one of these back pins, like you wouldn't be able to get your whole putt there. It would take 2 putts just to even get to the hole, which is something you want to try to avoid. And then this whole runoff on this side is a bit too severe. This needs to be smoothed out more, so it's, I mean, this whole part of the green, you're never stopping. And you could either end the green like here along this line, or flatten it out so it's, the runoff is like here. I do like the little helping slope back here. Frankly, I think this front part works better than this back part, and you probably could have just cut it off at this, where this neck is right here. You probably could have just cut off the green there and just had this front part as the green. And I'm going to hit that slope. Oh, I thought I was going to go all the way down. So again, I feel like you're wanting us to try to hit just over that ridge for the preferred angle, but I can't quite reach that with my driver. I do kind of like a little more punch bully green here. It's always a miracle when I get a perfect tempo on a pitch. Pitches I usually just absolutely fuck up. And got a par anyway because I can't putt. Yeah, and this part of the double green doesn't need to be quite as big, but that's a little more minor. This green is, or this pin is definitely too severe. And I think there were other pins that other judges found that were just too severe. So some more sculpting there, flattening, and care about that. I mean, look at that. I have no idea how I'm gonna... I don't even know how that stopped. Yeah, this green is absolutely tiny. That green could be 50%. bigger. This is a little bit similar in strategy to hole 3. But I'm stayed on. I mean, it's a little bit of just try to stay on the fairway, hit as far as you can, and then try to hit the green. There's not a lot to the strategy, so a little more could have been done there as well. Yeah, since you have 2, 3 par 3s, I feel like they could have been a little bit further apart. One of them could have been more closer to 200. And then maybe one of the par 4s, either the 450 or the 461, could have been maybe more around 400 or something. Just create a little more variety. But yeah, thanks for the entry, and see you next time.